Hi students, this slide is to show you how to solve the inequalities. Okay, for example, let's solve x squared more than 4. Actually, you have learned solving inequalities in pre-calculus. However, to recall this, I come up with this video. To solve x squared more than 4, okay, most of the students will tell me x squared more than plus minus root 4 because they bring square to the other side. When we bring square to the other side, it becomes plus minus root 4. Then the answer will be x more than plus minus 2. For your information, this is a wrong concept. If you are solving inequalities, this is not right. Then what should we do? In solving inequalities, your first thing is to factorize completely. And then one of the alternatives to get the answer is by drawing a table to get the solution. So, to solve x squared more than 4, as I said, your first job is to fully factorize this term. So, x squared more than 4, I bring 4 to the left hand side, I get x squared minus 4 more than 0. Make sure the right hand side is 0. Then your job is to factorize the left hand side. Factorize x squared minus 4, you get x minus 2, x plus 2 more than 0. Okay, what are the roots for this expression? The roots are 2 and negative 2. By making x minus 2 equals to 0, I get x equals to 2. While making x plus 2 equals to 0, I get x equals to negative 2. With these two roots, we come up with a table. Okay, come up with a table with two vertical lines. Why two vertical lines? Because I have two roots here. If you have three roots, you have to draw a table with three vertical lines. So x equals to negative 2, x equals to 2. Arrange the roots in ascending order from left to right. Smallest on the left, largest on the right. Okay, now you have to pick a number in this region. The number that you pick in this region must be more than 2. Imagine this line is a real number line. Okay, x-axis. So you choose a value more than 2, say 3, to be substituted into this expression and see whether you get a positive or negative value. So now I substitute x equals to 3 into this expression. 3 minus 2 is 1. Times 3 plus 2, which is 5. I get 1 times 5, right? Which is 5. It's a positive value, so I place a positive sign here. Next, choose a number in between these two values, x equals to negative 2 and x equals to 2. Say 0. You can choose negative 1, 0, or 1 to be substituted into this expression. So I choose 0. 0 minus 2, I get negative 2. 0 plus 2, I get 2. Negative 2 times 2, it is negative 4. It's a negative value, so I place a negative sign. Next, for this region, I have to choose a value which is less than negative 2. Choosing a value less than negative 2, say negative 3. Substitute into here and check what is the value you get. Is it a positive or a negative value? Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5 times negative 3 plus 2, which is negative 1. Negative 5 times negative 1, I get 5. It's a positive value, so I place a positive sign. Now, refer to the last inequality. It is more than 0. So, more than 0 means positive. I have to choose the region with positive sign. Okay, so these two will be the solutions. Thus, the answers for this inequality will be x less than negative 2 because to the left of x equals to negative 2. And x more than 2 because in this region x is actually bigger than 2, which is to the right of 2. So these two are the solution. Next example. Solve this. What should we do? First, make sure right hand side is 0. Great. Then we factorize the left hand side. We get this. Okay. Check the roots. What are the roots? The roots are 4 and negative 1. So place 4 and negative 1 on a table. So this one is imagined as a real number line, x-axis. I have two vertical lines because there are two roots here. So x equals to negative 1. Where should I put x equals to -1, is it on the left or on the right? We should place x equals to -1 on the left and x equals to 4 on the right, because smaller value will be on the left. Okay, then we have to check the sign for each region, right? So here, what do you choose? What x value do you choose to be substituted into this expression? I will choose 5. As long as you choose a value more than 4, it could be 5, 6, 7, or any value more than 4, check the sign. So I choose 5. 5 minus 4 times 5 plus 1. So it is 1 times 6. 1 times 6 is 6. It is a positive value, so place a positive sign. Here, choose another value in between x equals to -1 and x equals to 4. And check what is the sign for this interval. I choose x equals to 0. 0 minus 4 times 0 plus 1. I get -4, right? -4 is a negative sign, so place a negative sign here. Next, choose a value less than -1 because it is to the left of -1. To the left means less than. I choose -2. Substitute here and check the sign. -2 minus 4 times -2 plus 1. What do you get? -6 times -1, which is 6, a positive sign. Place a positive sign here. Now, we have to decide whether to choose a positive sign region or a negative sign region. How do we know which region to be chosen? So it depends on the inequality in the last line. So this shows less than or equals to 0, right? So less than or equals to 0 means the value must be a negative value. So we have to choose the negative region. Therefore, the answer is x is in between -1 and 4. Take note here, because the question is with equal sign, so our answer also will be with equal sign. So this region is actually in between x equals to -1 and x equals to 4. Thus, this is the way to write the answer. Let's see the last example. Solve this. What do you do first? I will bring 4x to the left because, don't forget, we have to ensure right-hand side is 0. So then, your job is to fully factorize the left-hand side. So fully factorize, continue, and we get this, right? What are the roots here? Here we have two roots, 0 and 2. 0 and 2. Place x equals to 0 and x equals to 2 on a real number line with a table. X equals to 0, x equals to 2. Now we have 3 regions. We need to check the sign. So here I will substitute x equals to 3 into the expression and check what is the sign. -3 bracket 3 minus 2 holding square. What do you get? I get a negative value, right? So place a negative sign here. Next, in this region, what value will you choose to be substituted into the expression? I will choose 1. As long as you choose a value in between 0 to 2, it is fine. So you can choose 0.1, 0.2, 0.9, 1.1, 1.2, 1.9. Any value in between 0 and 2. Just go ahead. So I choose 1, substitute into this expression. -1 bracket 1 minus 2 holding square. What do you get? I get -1. It's a negative value, so place a negative sign here. Next, choose a value which is less than 0 in this region because it's to the left of x equals to 0. So choose a value which is less than 0 to be substituted here and check the sign. I choose -1 when x equals to -1. So minus bracket -1 bracket -1 minus 2 holding square. What do you get? You get a positive value, which is a positive 9. Positive 9 is a positive value, so place a positive sign here. Okay, so now we need to decide which region to be taken. Is it positive or negative? Okay, look at the last inequality. This is more than or equals to 0. More than or equals to 0 meaning that the value must be a positive value. So choose the positive region. So the final answer will be x less than or equals to 0. Students, I hope by now you know how to solve inequalities. This is the simplest way that I can share with you. If you have another way which you have learned from pre-calculus, you can just continue with it. I hope this slide can help you understand more. Thank you.